Good morning, Kentuckiana. 6 a.m. here on your Tuesday. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman. Thanks for joining us here on WHAS 11 and over on WHAS 11 Plus for what is going to be a nice change from the rain we saw yesterday. Matt Breland bringing the sunny forecast back to us today.
Finally, you know, we had quite the rainy pattern over the weekend, and now we're going to see sunshine as we go throughout the rest of our day, you guys. It's looking very nice and beautiful sunrise for us this Tuesday morning. It is going to be a bit hazy at times, though. We've got some of that Canadian wildfire smoke that's going to make its way in gradually as we head throughout the afternoon time, but temperatures staying mild this morning, 66 across the Louisville International Airport. For us across Jefferson County, you'll notice that we're at 60 near Bowman Field, 61 Fern Creek, 62 for you guys near Valley Station. Over in southern Indiana, slightly cooler, 57 near Madison, 61 Scottsburg, 62 farther south for you folks near Lebanon, Kentucky. Satellite and radar continues to stay mostly quiet and dry. We've got a few patchy areas of fog for you guys closer towards Bardstown and near Elizabethtown. That'll be faring away fairly quickly as we go later into the morning time. This area of high pressure is going to keep us very quiet and dry as we head throughout the next upcoming days. But as I mentioned for you folks near Elizabethtown and Bardstown, a bit of a foggy start to the morning. That will be clearing out as we head later on into our morning hours. You can expect a lot of sunshine that'll bring temperatures into those comfortable values throughout the middle of the afternoon, ranging into the lower 80s. And we're going to see more peaceful conditions still sticking around as we head into our evening hours. We are tracking some rain chances, though, for the weekend. Those details coming up in just a few short minutes. Here's a quick check of traffic this morning on all of our major interstates. We're looking good to go. Here's some live looks from our Tri-Mart cameras. You'll notice that Gene Snyder moving along just fine. Same goes on I-64, I-65, and on the Waterston. If we have any updates, we'll let you know. Grace, Jim.
New video this morning from San Francisco as police detain nearly 150 people demonstrating against President Trump's immigration policies. That scene you're seeing unfolded just days after protests broke out in L.A. More protests are happening in cities across the country now, both in opposition to the immigration crackdown and to President Trump's response in Southern California. 700 Marines are now deploying to Los Angeles, joining National Guard troops already on the ground. The president says the move is meant to keep order, but California is now suing the administration, calling it an overreach.
We're going to stand up for our rights. We're going to stand up for our freedoms. We're going to stand up for the rule of law. We're going to defend our democracy. We're going to defend the Constitution.
He's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent.
Those same messages echoed through downtown Louisville last night.
Protesters took to the streets in solidarity with the demonstrators in Los Angeles. Now our Gabe Gonzalez joins us in studio with more on, Gabe, those peaceful protests last night.
Hey, good morning, Jim and Grace. Yeah, the LMPD said there were no incidents last night as hundreds of people showed up on the steps of Metro Hall to show their support for immigrants in Louisville. Their message, stand up against what they call is a dangerous federal crackdown. Now, before the evening march, union members from the local labor union SEIU 32BJ gathered in front of the Romano Mazzoli Federal Building. They held signs and chanted, "When working people are under attack, what do? We stand up and fight." Director Robert Smith commented on the arrest of the California chapter's president in Los Angeles.
We had David Huerta get arrested while he was peacefully protesting in Los Angeles. Pepper sprayed, tear gassed, sent to the hospital, and still in detention today.
Later in the evening, people from around Kentuckiana joined with signs. People we spoke to said it's important to stand along protesters of Los Angeles.
Donald Trump is sending in unnecessary aid that the governor of California did not ask for, and we are here to protect the immigrants of Louisville.
Organizers of that protest claimed 200 workers at GE Appliance Park in Louisville were given deportation notices. GE told WHAS, quote, "In order to comply with the order, these individuals must provide valid work authorization in order to continue employment with GE Appliances." GE also said ICE has not entered their Louisville property. On Monday, that same group of people also marched in the streets trying to get their message to local government. We'll show you that coming up.
Thank you. An LMPD officer is now on paid administrative leave after being arrested in Hardin County for driving under the influence. Arrest records show LMPD officer Kenneth Lawrence was driving his motorcycle off duty last week when a KSP trooper noticed his registration was expired and pulled him over. The trooper reported he smelled alcohol on the officer's breath. Lawrence was given field sobriety tests but refused a breathalyzer. The trooper arrested him and took him to the Radcliffe Police Department, where he blew a .077 just below the legal limit. LMPD said it started an internal investigation. Lawrence has since been released from jail and is expected in court in Hardin County on June 25th.
An update for you on a shooting that we've been following. City officials now say that a father and son were the two that were shot Sunday morning out at Algonquin Park. Metro Councilwoman Tammy Hawkins told us the victims were out enjoying a game of basketball when those shots were fired just before noon. That father and son were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. Police say they're now looking for a suspect. Hawkins said other people were there enjoying the playground, the tennis courts, and the newly reopened pool.
I believe that the people that were involved knew that that family was going to be here. We have a group of people that come every Sunday and utilize that basketball court, and now they have to be hindered because those basketball goals will be taken down just until the investigation is over.
Hawkins says surveillance cameras were positioned right at the court. The LMPD is looking for a suspect in this case, so if you know anything that could help, you're asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD.
Happening today, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg is set to announce the first project being funded through the new Downtown Louisville Building Conversion Program. The state-funded initiative aims to revitalize the city's central business district by turning vacant office space into residential, hospitality, or mixed-use developments. It's part of a major push to bring jobs and people back to downtown. The mayor will make the announcement during his weekly briefing this morning outside Metro Hall at 10 a.m.
Help is rolling into Oldham County, where FEMA just opened the latest mobile disaster recovery center. It's one of several that continue to pop up around the state. However, as more severe weather hits, the need keeps growing. State leaders, including Governor Andy Beshear, are considering a special session to release additional relief funds for affected counties.
The counties that have been impacted are going to need those dollars before the General Assembly meets again. Then I'd look very, very closely at a special session. We can't allow our counties to go bankrupt. We've got to be there for them.
Both Governor Beshear and Senate President Robert Stivers say they are still waiting on final damage estimates before deciding on the state's role in recovery efforts.
It's going to be several weeks before he knows, or the London Somerset area knows, what is needed, if needed, because so much of this was private ownership. What we're going to look at is to make sure the insurance companies live up to their duties and responsibilities.
Hardin, Nelson, Jefferson, and Bullitt counties all remain eligible for federal assistance. Residents there and businesses also have until July 25th to apply for FEMA aid.